नहीं घर वाले सोचते हैं खाना भी
May I come,
खाएंगे
sir?
नहीं
May I come,
बटर ही
ma'am?
नहीं आइए प्लीज कम
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning,
गुड
sir.
मॉर्निंग प्लीज सिट डाउन
Thank you, ma'am.
व्हाट्स योर गुड नेम
Rajesh Kumar, ma'am.
राजेश कुमार
Yes, ma'am.
एंड वेयर आर यू कमिंग फ्रॉम
Ma'am, I'm from Gurdaspur, Punjab.
ओह पंजाब दैट्स नॉट वेरी फार अवे
Yes, ma'am.
सो डिड यू कम टुडे और यू वेंट
No, no, sir. Ma'am, I'm staying in Rajendra Nagar for 1 month.
Oh, so you are very avid candidate to come in because
Yes.
you are following certain things.
Yes.
Do you go to lectures also? Do you attend lectures of these institutes or only mock?
No, ma'am. Only I'm focusing on mocks.
You do only.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
many mocks have you done?
Ma'am, 4 to 5.
4 to 5.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this is the 6th.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Will you do any more?
Maybe
After this, will you do more?
maybe I will focus on 1-to-1.
1 to 1.
Yes.
Right.
No mocks.
No more. Enough.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are an engineer, are you?
Yes, ma'am.
All engineers today, from morning to evening, engineers. Okay, doesn't matter. So we were asking about socio-economic factors, which are considered in policy making by the government.
Okay.
What should they look at? What do they look at?
Socio-economic, ma'am, one of the biggest socio-economic factor right now in India is inequality.
Inequality.
The gender gap is one of another second. Third, it is the malnutrition
Malnutrition.
in our country.
And how about education, health, all these factors?
Yes,
They
ma'am.
look at it or they don't?
Yes, ma'am. We will look on it, and all these things depend on education and health.
Health.
If we improve these two sectors, other problems will reduce also.
Okay. Tell me this new education policy,
Yes.
which came in a few years ago now, has it improved the overall get-up of the country? Are people more educated or they are worse? What do you think?
Ma'am, are we talking about the new education policy?
Yes, of the policy and its impact.
Ma'am, that's a very recent policy. It's
Right.
2 years ago, but its impacts are not yet come.
Too early.
Yes, ma'am, it's too early, but there is a lot of debate on it. Already happened, and it is considered as one of the milestone in our education sector, given how the recommendations are there.
True. So now we are finding a word called quad.
Yes, ma'am.
It is very common in the present situation.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is this quad about?
Ma'am, it's a group of 4 countries, which includes Australia, India, and USA, and Japan.
So these 4 countries, what do they want to do?
They want to secure the Pacific region, the Indo-Pacific region, and to counter the China.
Counter China.
Yes,
Why
ma'am.
China becomes such a enemy suddenly?
No, China is not the enemy. They are the policies. What
Policy
they
issues.
do. Those are the enemies. And how they promote, how they usurp these small islands, how they create hegemony in those Pacific region.
Right.
These are the challenges, ma'am.
Because America has always been interested in the Pacific Ocean.
Yes, ma'am.
Because part of America has the Pacific Ocean,
Yes.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
And on this side, the Japan and others also have. So America has had, you can say strategic interest in this area.
Yes.
Now this new word has come, Indo-Pacific.
Yes.
Up to about 2 years ago, no Indo-Pacific. There was nothing. There was the Indian subcontinent, and
Yes.
there was the Myanmar and some others. But we were the major.
Okay.
Now the Indo-Pacific has become so targeted. What is Indo-Pacific?
Ma'am, I think to gather the support of a country like India against the China, this new term has been used by the USA.
Okay.
USA, and
Yes.
it is actually beneficial for India point of view. And if USA is using Indo-Pacific term, it means it is also going to protect.
Support it.
Yes, ma'am.
So between Sri Lanka and India, there is a strait or whatever you call it, water body. So there was a lot of controversy about ships going through there, not going through there, to that strait. They pass from this side to the Pacific Ocean.
Yes.
So have you heard of that controversy?
Ma'am, are we talking about the Malacca Strait?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. It is one of the most essential strait because the petroleum cargoes go through that.
Right. You tell me one thing, that I've seen some ships in the Pacific Ocean,
Yeah.
normal ships, right?
Yes.
Big ones.
Okay.
So they have a huge army, like they might have 6,000 people on that ship. And they are American ships, they are still there, they are already there. So how do they get their water, the drinking water? This is my problem.
Ma'am, I'm not sure, but there must be a desalination plant
Ah.
in the ships.
So do they use ocean water and then desalinate and then provide for drinking?
Yes, that
think
might
so.
be one of the
Way.
solution, but other than that, they dock to other
Ports.
ports also, where they can
No,
refill
they
it.
do have a plant. They convert that ocean water into drinking water.
Yes, ma'am.
And then they feed all their thousands, whoever are inside. Because America doesn't leave the Pacific. बैठा रहता है.
Okay.
It guards this whole Pacific Ocean, not only here but nearer Japan, China. This Indo-Pacific is a recent phenomenon.
Yes,
हाँ सर बताइए.
Rajesh, you are from Punjab.
yes, sir.
Last month there was a resolution by Punjab Assembly about the transfer of Chandigarh to Punjab,
Yes, sir.
which was immediately countered by Haryana Assembly.
Yes, sir.
So what is your view on this?
So, yes, the Chandigarh as a UT is a being controversial subject between Punjab and Haryana, and both states want Chandigarh as their own capital. But given it was established in 1960s and it's almost 60 to 70 years, and the UT was developed by both states. Both states have contributed immensely. Their manpower has contributed. The workers are there. They belongs to both states, and due to the cosmopolitan nature of the Chandigarh, it's not in the advantage to give Chandigarh to any state. Rather than Chandigarh, both states, if they want the capital, they should focus on their own some district and convert into the capital. For example, if Punjab had to choose as capital, Jalandhar will be very suitable because it is the center of the Punjab. It's well developed than other. It's already a smart city.
That you mean to say that Chandigarh should remain a UT
Yes, sir.
and both states should come out with their own capital?
Yes, it will increase the economy, employment in new capital.
Now, also you see nowadays we are witnessing a culture of competitive freebie politics,
Yes, sir.
and recent Punjab election was a big example of this.
Yes, sir.
So what is your view on this? Do freebies have a place in our democratic setup?
Yes, sir. Freebies has a place on democracy. Given the India is a welfare state, freebies will be there. For example, in PDS system, in health, in education, the freebies will be there, and they are beneficial also. But due to this competitiveness, every political party is announcing in their manifestos about these freebies. And recently, Punjab government has given 300 free units of electricity. Besides the 3 lakh crore debt of Punjab, they are still giving this freebies, which could be beneficial if they able to increase the revenue. But unless they won't able to increase the tax and non-tax revenue, then these freebies can actually increase the debt column. Otherwise, they won't.
Now, during this COVID, there were free distribution of wheat and rice
Yes, sir.
to almost 80 crore people.
Yes,
Was it a freebie or a welfare measure?
sir. It was both actually. During the emergencies, these kind of freebies are essential because the poverty in India is huge.
Oh, good. Now, have you heard of this rice in a dialogue?
Yes, sir.
Is it going to be held this year?
Sorry, sir. I don't know about this question.
Are you reading newspapers?
Yes, sir. I'm reading, but
Have you read today's newspaper?
no, sir.
Yesterday's?
Sorry, sir. No, actually not, sir. I was
Okay, no
busy with-
problem. Now your optional is public ad.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, Indian administrative system is using which recommendations or of Max Weber's theory of bureaucracy? There are 5-6 recommendations in that. So we are using some of them. Which are those? Max Weber's theory of bureaucracy.
Yes, sir. Let me sir think a few seconds.
Sorry?
Let me think about it.
Let me.
I have read about it.
Yeah.
Sir, this I believe this professionalism in bureaucracy, the recruitment based on the merit, and
Okay.
there's some objectivity.
Sorry?
Objectivity in the bureaucracy.
Okay. Leave it.
Sorry, sir.
It's okay. Fine. Thank you. Now, next question is your optional is your hobby is reading classical books.
Yes.
Classic books.
Yes.
Sorry. Classic books.
Yes, sir.
Can you name 2-3 all-time classic books?
Sir, Homer's Iliad, To Kill a Mockingbird,
Sorry?
To Kill a Mockingbird,
Speak a little louder.
sir, To Kill a Mockingbird, and sir, War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy,
Leo Tolstoy.
or A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Sorry, sir.
So have you read? Have you read any one of these?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Sir, War and Peace is half finished, and A Tale of Cities is also half finished. But other than that, Anne of Green Gables is finished. A Great Gatsby is finished. To Kill a Mockingbird is finished.
Okay.
Homer's Iliad is finished.
Right. My last question, Rajesh.
Yes.
Suppose you are posted in one of the districts in Punjab as district collector after your selection as IAS. After 2-3 years, you will be posted there, and you find there is a very serious problem of corruption in that district. Your offices.
Yes.
So how would you? What steps would you take to immediately curb it, to check it, and to bring it down? Corruption.
Right now, sir, being as an outsider, I will surely use my training at the best. But given how corruption has happened because lack of transparency and openness, the first step will be to improve that.
How will you do that? Transparency. What are the tools would you use?
E-governance is one of the tools.
E-governance, very good.
We
very
have to move towards the computers, and then, sir, generating awareness among the local people about the complaints. There should be proper grievance redressal mechanism to get their complaints and to solve their complaints.
Recently, Honorable Chief Minister of Punjab has released a mobile number for corruption complaints.
Yes,
do you think it will help?
So at least it helps. So it depends on the bureaucracy also, but it will give the data to the bureaucrats if they want, to policymakers, how many complaints they are receiving, from which part, for which kind of issues.
Right. Thank you, sir.
So, Rajesh, you have seen any police commissioner system working anywhere?
Yes, sir. Right. Delhi is one
Delhi.
of the. Yes, sir.
And do you think that a police commissioner system is better than the old system of having a SP in the district or something? What is the basic difference between the two?
Okay, sir. So basic difference is a dual control. In old system, there is a dual control. DM and SP both are the controlling authority for the police. But in commissioner system, only the police inspectors, they are the authority who only give reports to the higher police authorities. That's the one of the basic difference. And second, sir, there is a lack of accountability in commissioner system compared to dual control. And yes, sir, these are the basic differences.
Okay.
Yes.
Whether any law is there to support this police commissioner system?
Sorry, sir, I don't think there is any specific law for commissioner system. These are based on the some committees and reforms, and police is a state subject, so they can do it.
Not in committees and reforms, no? There must be something there. Okay. And about the committees and reforms which you talked about, I would like to know from you
Yes, sir.
what the Justice Malimat committee recommended.
Some Justice Malimat committee is basically to reform the holistic criminal justice system, and few of their suggestions sorry, sir, I forget the particular suggestions by Malimat committee.
Okay. Being a person from electronics and communication,
Yes, sir.
do you remember what is CCTNS? CCTNS is Crime Criminal Tracking Network
Yes, sir.
System.
Yes, sir. Net
I must have read somewhere.
Yes, sir. Yes, I remember that.
So, what is the backbone of the CCTNS?
Sir, there need to be a proper database of all the criminals of this country, which can be assessed by all the police stations.
Father, tell me, you see, these are all theoretical things.
Okay.
Let's come to a practical aspect.
Okay.
You have seen policemen working right in the field.
Yes.
Okay. Now, with your personal experience, do you think which is the most important reform in police which should take place immediately, which should be the first thing? If somebody says, okay, which reform, then you should be able to say, okay, this one you do first. Which one you suggest first?
Sir, to improve the public-police relationship with the help of community policing. To improve the
No, I don't want you to tell me how to do it, what to do. Which area of reform is required?
Sir, the manpower. There is a lack of manpower of police. Manpower is very less in India.
Manpower.
Yes, sir.
Manpower at which level?
Sir, at higher
Police
level.
station or traffic or which?
Overall manpower is less. In India it is 137 personnel per lakh, and the UN recommend 200 plus.
Oh, is it so? Who is the where from you got this figure?
So from the
There
internet.
must be some authentic book, some publication.
Yes,
Somewhere it must be written. Where it is written?
Sir, I read it on the internet recently.
No, internet is just a medium.
Yes, sir.
But there must be some publication. Who has published this figure?
Sir, mostly these kind of figures are published by NCRB and BPRD.
But you have not seen them.
No, sir. Nor their official reports.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Rajesh,
Yes, sir.
from which area should I ask the questions? Your state, your optional subject, the subject that you have studied, current affairs, what?
So you can ask anything
Okay.
on my state also.
Huh?
You can ask anything, but
Okay, anything.
Yes.
Right. So now tell me, there are some important news from northeastern states to the country during the past, say, about a month or so. Very good news. So, which could be those good news from northeastern states?
sir, it was this resolution of a dispute between Assam and Meghalaya.
That's right. So, how many, areas were there in all related with dispute was there, and for how many of these areas this dispute has been resolved?
I don't know the
12,
specific.
out of which it has been resolved for 6. Okay. Now, another thing. So, this is one. Very good news. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Definitely, it is a good news.
Yes.
Rather very good. And then what else?
On the similar pattern, the Assam and Arunachal are also trying to resolve the disputes. Assam and Arunachal has their own.
What is somewhat related with APSPA? Have you heard about this? APSPA?
Yes, sir.
What is that? APSPA related with?
Sir, it's Armed Force Special Protection.
Yeah. So, related with how many states it has been?
It has been removed in many states.
How many states, and which are those states?
Sir,
I think it is
Current-
3 in number.
currently it's only in 3
3
states.
in number it has been taken.
Yes, sir.
Okay, which are these?
Sir, Nagaland and sir, Nagaland, Tripura, and sir, few areas of Meghalaya.
Okay, related with public administration.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are comfortable with Constitution of India?
Yes, sir.
So now you will tell me, you select any amendment in the Constitution and tell me about that this is about this. First will be according to your choice, and another one I will ask you. Select any constitutional amendment made in the Constitution. Yeah.
44th and 42nd, they are quite famous.
Okay, 42nd. So should I ask you related with 42nd amendment in the Constitution?
Yes, sir. You can
Okay. Some of the amendments made through 42nd amendment in the Constitution were taken away through the judgment, Minerva Mill case judgment.
Yes.
So which were those? That these are unconstitutional,
Sir,
related with Minerva Mill case.
okay, sir. Sir, one must be they increased the parliamentary tenure to 5 to 6 years.
Mainly there were two. Now you tell me whether at all these are correct or not.
Okay, sir.
Precedence of directive principles of state policy over fundamental rights, number one. Number two, Parliament can amend any part of the Constitution. These were the two main things
Okay.
which were declared unconstitutional, that no, it cannot be like that.
Okay.
Okay? One, क्या बताइए?
DPSP has upper hand over the fundamental rights.
Yeah, precedence of fundamental right over
DPSPs.
precedence of
DPS.
directive principles of state policy over fundamental rights.
Yes.
No. Number two, Parliament can amend any part of the Constitution. No. So these were declared ultra virus through that Minerva Mail case judgment. Now you select any other, and then you will tell me what exactly that is. Any other constitutional amendment according to your choice, you select.
So 86th amendment.
86th amendment. Now you tell me what that 86th amendment is.
So right to education.
And right to education. So tell me something about the details of this right to education, and what is the progress which has been made so far.
Sir, right to education basically to give the fundamental right of education to children aged 6 to 12 years in any government schools or in private schools.
So what is this CUTE, by the way? CUET, we will call it CUTE or whatever you call it, CUET. So CUET stands for
Sir,
Common University Entrance Test.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you know about this?
Yes, sir.
If you know, then I will ask the
No,
further
sir,
question related with
I have read
CUET.
about this.
Okay. So is it a good idea to have CUET?
No, sir. No, sir.
No.
Yes.
Why?
Sir, the purpose of education is to enhance our skills
Okay.
based on our local environment. If I'm from Punjab.
Okay. So there could be one subject or so related with that to local
Yes.
problems and like that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, otherwise also it's not good.
But sir, it might undermine the federalism. The state has also the right over the education.
But then there are different types of boards. Huh?
Yes, sir.
CBSE, ICSE, and state boards.
Yes.
Would it not be a good idea to have only one board throughout the country, and there will not be any need of CUET and all that?
No,
that
sir.
will give.
No, sir. There need to be all the boards need to be exist there because if I'm from Punjab, why should I read the Manipur, their kings, their kingdoms? Because
Okay, there could be one subject related with that particular state. But
Okay.
overall, if you, for example, if you study this electronics and communication, then syllabus of the electronics and communication will remain the same. And there will be, on the same type of syllabus, there will be only one exam, and there will not be any need to have such type of test as CUET and all that. So that will not be a good idea according to you.
So currently, India need to improve the education from the lower level. Then comes to these reforms at higher education. We need to reform totally revamp our syllabus.
Okay, any other amendment in the constitution? Let's talk about 101st to 105th, which you are comfortable with.
Okay, so 101st is okay.
101st. So what exactly that is? 101st amendment in the constitution.
It is about GST, sir.
About introduction of GST. Why at all there was a need to introduce, to have constitutional amendment for introducing GST?
Because without constitutional amendment, it was very difficult to.
Why difficult? That's what I'm asking. That it was necessary because of this reason. Anyway, through this constitutional amendment,
Yes.
there were 6 articles in the constitution in which amendments were made. Which were those articles? Can you name? This is my last question.
No, sir, I don't know.
Okay,
the
thank
specific-
you.